What's up, fellow Saiyans, and welcome to episode 46 of our Marvel United Mini-Paints. Today we are doing Beast in the first class uniform. As you can see, Cyclops in the background there has his due. I'm going to be going over all the first class expansion. Beast, of course, if you don't know, is one of the first 5 original X-Men. And back then he had kind of like good strength, good agility, and big hands and feet. But speaking of the hands and feet, as well as the face, we're going to use barbarian flesh for this. You can see I'm going through with a second coat. Next up, I'm going to be using deep blue, and I'm going to use that for all the dark blue parts of his costume. I haven't got to play a game with the first class X-Men yet, so kind of excited to see what that's all about. Just try not to get it on the skin. Next up, we're going to use Uniform Gray for the base, which ironically is what he is primed as. But we're just going to run this over the spots where the flesh or the blue might have gotten on it. Now we're going to use Demonic Yellow. And this is going to be applied to all the yellow parts on him. Which is basically, you don't have any gloves or boots, so it's going to go just straight to the like vest costume thing that he wore, the yellow part. Whatever you want to call that. A tank top with shorts over top of an already existing outfit. And again, with the yellows here, it's gonna take at least 2 to 3 coats before it's like it's evenly covered and consistent. Now I'm gonna take my detail brush and I'm just gonna go try to trim all the errors and stuff up. From blue to yellow, from yellow to blue, from skin tone to blue, as well as the base. Add a second coat to the yellow while I'm here. Now we're going to use matte white for his eyes and his teeth. Now there's like a metal wire. I don't know if it's a wire or if it's a cable or something, but I'm going to use Necromancer Cloak. It's for the base underneath him. That way to differentiate that from the uniform gray. There's another cable that runs alongside that. We're going to use Dragon Red for that. Just try to keep it on the cable itself. It's a little hard. And I'm going to use matte black here to make the X on his belt type thing. That there's the X. I'm just going to go over the X with black. Now, once that's dried off, it's time to start the washing process, and we're going to start off with our flesh wash like we normally do. And we're just going to apply that to his hands, his feet, and his face. And once that's all dry, we're going to go to the yellow parts of his costume. We're going to use light tone for that. And we're going to apply it all over the yellow parts. Just try not, remember, you don't want a lot, too much of it piled up in one area, and you don't want any bubbles. Next up, we're going to use blue tone for the blue parts. Surprise, surprise. Again, you don't want giant puddles, and you don't want bubbles anywhere. You could always use some water to take some off if you have too much on. And to finish off the base here, I'm going to use strong tone. And that'll finish the washing process. He's going to sit and dry for a long time, and then it's time to start our highlights. And once we do, we're going to start off with crystal blue, but for now, I'm just going to dot his eyes with the crystal blue. This will be the color we'll be using for the blue areas, but we're just not going to get to that right now. Right now, I'm just going to dot his eyes with the blue. Okay. Once that's finished, I'm going to grab Moon Dust, and this is going to be the highlight color we use for the demonic yellow. So I'm going to apply this to all the areas on the yellow parts of his costume where the light would hit it, metaphorically speaking. Next up, I'm going to take a combination of barbarian flesh that we used before with just a little dab of mummy robes to it to make it just a shade brighter to use as the highlights for the skin. Now we're going to go back and add the blue, crystal blue. For the base, we're going to go with ash gray. And we're just going to dry brush this onto the base. Go back and do a couple quick touch-ups. And here we have Hank McCoy, aka Beast, in the first class costume. I think he turned out alright. If you guys do too, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you'll get notified of any other new episodes when they come out. I'm trying to get these put out. I still have some videos that I still gotta get edited and turn in. I'm still painting these as we go too. When with season 3 coming up, got a lot more painting to go. But again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Check out my Twitch page or my Facebook page. Just look for Saiyan Elite. Just you'll see the videos. Again, thank you guys for watching. And later, Saiyan.